Hey guys, welcome to Tell Me About It. This channel will be dedicated to the incredible and the unexplained, and I will be uploading videos weekly. The story might just give you nightmares. If you have any requests, suggestions, or first-hand personal experiences, feel free to send me an email at TellMeAboutItTV@gmail.com. That's spelled TellMeAboutItTV@gmail.com. If you are as intrigued by the incredible and the unexplained as I am, don't forget you need to drop kick that like button, poke that subscribe button, and ring that bell so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. So this story takes place in 2004. Three teenage girls that decide to play with the dreaded Ouija board. Now, one of the teenagers had begged their mom for this Ouija board for many years. Finally, her mom broke down and got it for her. So on one random night, these three teenage girls decide to set up the Ouija board and try to get a hold of some ghosts or anybody that would answer, really. The girls took the Ouija board into their room and set it up, but after a couple hours and not getting any responses, they got bored with it fast and decided to put it up. Now, fast forward a couple months, and this same teenager that loved horror movies, scary stories, campfire stories, anything in the horror genre, started to question whether or not her own house really was haunted. It started with simple things like sinks turning on. Then it turned to TVs turning on behind locked doors, turning on to static at full blast, or sometimes even turning on to some random channel at max volume. These strange occurrences kept happening for months. Then came a time that this teenager had a friend over, they were playing. In the middle of playing, they both clearly heard the 13-year-old's mother yelling her name. So they both stopped and they looked at each other and said, "Did you hear that?" And the other one heard it too, which made the 13-year-old feel a lot better. Nobody else was home. And this was not the first nor the last time that they would hear their names being called when nobody was there to call their names. Things started to escalate though one day. The 13-year-old girl got home from school and decided to start playing a game on her computer. All of a sudden, she started hearing a tapping. She couldn't really put her finger on what it was, but it scared her. She kept looking at the door as if she thought that this knocking or tapping was in her imagination. But being a 13-year-old girl, she decided that maybe it was imagination, and she went back to playing her game. Just a couple minutes later, that tapping turned into knocking. This time, though, when she looked at her bedroom door, she knew for a fact that she heard knocking, but she knew nobody was home. She knew that her mom wouldn't be home until later that night. So she looked at her dog on the bed, who was very intently staring at the door. So this time, she got the courage to get up, open the bedroom door, and as she swung it open, half expecting to see the neighbor boy or maybe her mom coming home somehow, without her knowing, she swung the door open. Half of her was expecting to see some crazy old lady with her face sunken in, the woman from her nightmares. The other half of her thought the windows would be open. So she went around the whole house, checking windows, checking doors, even checking the garage door to make sure that her mom hadn't come home yet. And everything was shut, it was locked, so she couldn't make sense of it. So this girl thinks to herself, maybe her mind is just playing tricks on her. So she goes back to her room, sits down, looks at her dog's fast asleep. Right when she starts to get comfortable, she hears boom, 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 and then she felt instant, cold-blooded fear. She again looked at her dog, who she was half hoping would still be asleep, who this time started barking at the door. Knowing this time that she definitely heard banging on her door, somebody had to have broken in. But then she thought about how she just checked the windows and all the doors and the garage door. It was all locked up. As she was trying to make sense of it, she heard boom, boom, boom on her now flexing bedroom door. So this time, she hops up out of her chair. She goes up to the door, and she gets ready to grip the door handle. But she stops, and she tries to listen for breathing, for panting, for footsteps, for anything. But she heard nothing but silence. Through gritted teeth, she ripped the door open, hoping that anybody that she knew would be on the other side. But as soon as she got it slammed open, she looked down the hallway and it was empty. That scared her even more. This moment of total terror and just complete fear would go on to just resonate with her. Make sure that you follow my channel, high five that like button, poke that subscribe, and ring that bell so you don't miss any of my weekly uploads. Also, if you have any requests, any suggestions, any first-hand personal experiences of the unexplained, the supernatural, the incredible. Also, if you have any requests, suggestions, first-hand personal experiences of the supernatural, of miracles, of the incredible, or the unexplained, please email me at TellMeAboutItTV@gmail.com. That's spelled TellMeAboutItTV@gmail.com, because I would love to hear your stories. I can make your story anonymous, or I can share your social media or your name, however you want.